So what is a karmic connection or relationship? So karmic connections are very, very binding. But it's basically a reflection of each other. But it's a shadow self of each other. Karmic connections should be temporary. It should never be permanent. It's going to be the catalyst of your growth. When you're in karmic connections, you're going to be very, very, very resilient to a lot of things in the future. And also you are going to develop spiritual growth tremendously. So karmic connections serve as a catalyst of awakening your true self and recognizing your shadow self, okay? Because we are a reflection of each other. And what you attract is basically what you are, even though it doesn't show on the prominent side, is something that's hidden, okay, within deep inside of you. But karmic connections are very, very toxic. They're very, very draining. But with the pain, it comes growth. Karmic connections also are very, very, very on and off. Okay. And the main reason why it's on and off is because even though your physical self doesn't want to be in there, there's a spiritual side to it where you still haven't learned certain lessons. So that's the main reason why there's on and off. But once one of you guys learn the lesson, the whole connection is basically going to be non-existent. You're probably still going to have some form of energetic codes or energetic attachment, but when one of you guys learn the lesson, it basically breaks the cycle. And whoever is doing that is kind of like the hero, because you guys are going to learn the true importance of who you are and learn the true importance of why that connection had to occur. Now, the first person who's going to learn, usually it's going to be like a huge wake-up call. It's going to be a cognitive dissonance, a lot of release, but a lot of confusion at the same time. Even though the relationship was very confusing, it's like you are going to feel like it's weird, it's different, but it's needed. Now, the other person who didn't get out first, who did not break the cycle, they're going to learn later, okay? They're going to learn later, and eventually both you guys are going to split ways, but it's going to be better for both of you guys. So usually in karmic connection, they're kind of like a prep to your divine partner, to your divine relationship. They basically are the karmic connection is basically trying to make you be complete by yourself, because karmic connections are very codependent. But it helps you become a better person. It helps you become a better partner as well. So karmic connections are needed in a lot of different areas in your life when it comes to growth. But they're very hard to break. And the main reason why they're very hard to break is the codependency, but it's also because of completely knowing who you are. When you're in karmic connections, you tend to be really lost. Okay, you lose a lot of yourself. And it's because of you not knowing yourself. And once you reach a threshold, and once you had enough, basically, it's helping you completely know who you are, knowing your shadow self as well, and addressing what needs to be addressed, fixing issues that you have by yourself, and probably that was created through that connection, and is making you become like a whole person again. Because when you're in karmic connection is like really codependent. How this can be, probably one person is codependent on you sexually, and you're codependent on them emotionally. Okay. There's different ways of codependency. So in karmic connections, a lot of you guys, when you develop these connections with those people, they tend to went through the same traumas as you. They go through the same type of insecurities as you as well. So, for example, let's just say that you have poor low self-esteem, like you basically have low self-esteem. Usually in your karmic connection, this person have low self-esteem. It probably not going to be at the same level as you. It could be worse or more. This person can mask it. They can do it through like controlling rather than to show that they're really insecure. But it's like you guys share a common shadow self. Okay. This person go through similar stuff as you as well. So let's just say that you were sexually abused. This person probably was sexually abused. A lot of stuff, like this person might, like if you didn't have a family growing up, this person might not have a family growing up. So there's a lot of similarities as well. And that's the main reason why you guys connect, is because both of you guys are trying to heal yourself through each other. But that's where the codependency can start, okay? Because probably when you initially connected with them, everything was good. But when you start seeing their shadow self being manifested, it start getting worse. And that's when you can lose yourself, because you're not really trying to fix the shadow self within your own self. You're trying to fix them. Karmic connections are also what you would say love is blind, okay, type of situations. Because everybody around you can see why this person's not good for you, but you, okay? And that's why I'm saying, like, the connections are very confusing. Like, the karmic connections are very confusing. And the main reason why it's confusing is because it's based on illusion. Okay, illusions, and even illusion within your own self, because low self-esteem is an illusion. It's not really the truth. It's what you believe is the truth for you. Okay, so again, with karmic connections, you can be lost in the equation. You can really lose yourself, but that doesn't mean that there's no coming back. Okay. There is coming back, is once you basically reach a threshold of what you will tolerate and how you going to come out of it. Okay, it's like, how can you gonna come out through the fire? It's basically like the phoenix rising. You're gonna become a whole different person. Your outlook of life is gonna be very different as well, about love, about a lot of things in your life. Now, when you get off karmic connections, it's going to be hella dramatic, okay? Think of What's Love Got to Do With It of Tina Turner. You remember when she got out, like when she was trying to run and she was running across the street. She didn't care what cars was coming. Okay, that's how you're going to feel emotionally. It's like you learn your lesson, your spirit's saying, okay, you learn it, get out. And the funny thing, in karmic connections, you have many chances of getting out, but that's, again, it comes with the lesson. And that's why the karmic connections are on and off, because your physical self want to get out, but again, you still have certain stuff that you need to learn through this person, because this person is going to be your best teacher of how to get out of that negative energy, how to get out of that shadow self, through the manifestation of them being a shadow side to you. Okay. So how to get out of karmic connections. So this is going to be a very complex question. Okay. Basically, it's going to be different for everybody. Some people, they be in karmic connections for more than 3 years, for more than 2 years. Some people, they be in karmic connection for 2 decades or more. And it's basically, it's how fast they learn the lesson. Some people are more slower to learn the lesson. But once you really feel like you're ready, like, you learn your lesson, you know why this situation occurred, why this connection occurred, then that means that you're ready. Okay, so if you are in that phase, how to get out is basically you have to change your mind completely. You have to change your mind completely because, again, it's like when you're in those connections, you really lose yourself. And it's kind of like you have Stockholm syndrome a little bit. So sometimes you feel guilty if you leave them. You feel like you're doing something wrong if you getting out or you choosing yourself first. You feel like you're doing something wrong. So again, you got to change your whole mind. You got to change your whole mind first. And then the next step is basically doing the basics, like blocking, deleting numbers, doing all that. And then once you at that level of doing that, then basically you guys can start healing yourself. Self-healing is very, very important. I'm going to include this for part 2. It's going to be titled How to Heal when you are broken. Okay. So that's the video for part 1. This video is more understanding what is the real truth of a karmic relationship. The next part, it's going to be basically how to heal. It's going to be very in detail. So definitely watch out for the video soon. I'm going to be releasing it soon, probably in a week or 2. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I love to do these type of subjects, these topics. Down below, let me know what type of video you want me to do next.